Hello, myself Sonal Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing the most dangerous topic, that is integration. So one of the person told that this is done basically. Then he told that yes, basically it's done basically. Now basically things basically which is the most dangerous things basically. We hear basically the international groups also basically connected here. Assume that basically. Now things basically connected here is, and this everything mostly basically, if one normal person basically can think up to that level, then this basically group have basically think up to long before, and this basically was the responsible person, responsibility was of Uttar Pradesh government basically. That is, everybody knows basically who is basically ruling the Uttar Pradesh. That is I think BJP is ruled, Congress also ruled, then basically the BSV Basappa also ruled basically, and then basically just one more group is there basically whose name basically is Akhilesh Yadav, that is Samajwadi Party basically. So this group basically ruled the Congress, sorry, ruled the Uttar Pradesh basically. So this was supposed to do by that group, and they basically were mostly basically they had done also. Why? Because Supreme Court group basically has approved this. So here basically we will add one more group basically, that is legal groups, that is Supreme and High Court. And this group basically mostly might have left the Uttar Pradesh also basically. So this group basically has given the approval of the. So this is also one of the group basically. So one of the person told that yes basically. So this basically connects to here also basically. So this is also one side basically. Now basically the other side see basically. Now see the most dangerous side basically, which is going to connect basically. Because not each and every single creation basically of the city basically, it's going to affect the whole world basically. That is Uttar Pradesh basically creation basically, that is done. So this basically is done. Now basically we will go the another side basically, that is the most dangerous topic basically. This also basically might have covered because they have invited lots of countries also, and America basically is connected with the Uttar Pradesh from long side basically. Lots of people says that Bill Clinton basically was from Uttar Pradesh basically. So it's a basically huge creation basically. It's not basically few normal people basically are not here basically. Big educated people are also basically are there. So that's Clinton basically. He was basically very educated basically. So that's basically the American group. Now basically we will connect this here. That is, and lots of people say that basically Boris Johnson basically is also basically from Uttar Pradesh. People says basically whether it's correct or that basically I don't know basically. And he basically lots of people says that he's from army also basically. That also we are going to discuss. That's why basically I told him basically here basically army groups are also basically supposed to here basically. Here basically defense group are also basically there basically. So see basically the dangerous topic which is connecting basically. That is just a minute. That is which? That is this basically. How basically the software industry also basically connected, that also basically. Assume that basically from Uttar Pradesh energies around 1 lakh human needs are created and used by 100 crore humans across the world. And here assume that it's around 88 countries who used the Uttar Pradesh energies human needs data. See basically up to what things basically are going to connect. And this basically everything is done basically. It's not like that basically this has not done basically. And this basically is long before basically it might have done basically. That's why basically they are basically having in the red light car basically. That's why basically they are moving in the red light cars. That's why basically they are sitting at the big level chairs basically. It's not basically lots of people says that bhai देखो देखो chief minister आया. So basically public basically gathers around and they basically sees and basically they throw flower basically lots of things basically they are doing basically. So they are not doing basically like that basically. They are basically saying that you are basically handling the entire Uttar Pradesh basically, yeah. And you are handling the entire Uttar Pradesh basically. That's why basically they are throwing the flowers, na basically. Why they are basically giving so much of respect basically to the chief ministers. So this is also basically clear. This is clear basically. Then one of the person told that yes, basically, this is also clear. Now basically human needs basically is already used. That is that we will mark here. So human needs basically human needs are created. And then basically the human needs are used also across the world. That is also basically done. That is also basically that. So see the creation. Now basically the main topic basically. This everybody basically knows basically. This thing basically we have discussed that everybody has done like that. So this basically to create this basically thing basically the international support is must. And that also basically the powerful America support basically. Without that basically American support basically digital world basically is digital world basically can't be complete. Because America has got the full power of digital world basically. So this is basically done. So without America basically the creation basically was not supposed to fulfill basically. So this is also basically done. So this basically are normal thing basically that basically everybody knows. Everybody knows basically. Now basically the main thing basically is connecting is this actually we had discussed long before basically. So basically I always say basically that each and every Sunil R. Nair's video basically are connecting to very depth level basically. Very depth level basically. This thing basically we had discussed long before basically. But few parts basically was not told clearly basically. Then I thought that basically it will be very, if I say basically very clear basically that would be good fine basically. So this is basically done. Because it's going to affect the whole world basically, that's why basically. So this is also basically done. Now basically see the things around 1 crore house are getting the energies of this Uttar Pradesh state Uttar Pradesh states creations energies. Uttar Pradesh states energy means here basically one more thing basically that is earthquakes not going to happen and going to happen. That data basically we are talking about. So in next video basically we are going to see little bit more about this topic.